So I'm making this video for anybody who feels unfulfilled with their current path right now. So if you're in a job right now, it's not giving you fulfillment, you just don't feel like you're making progress in life, you don't feel like you're fulfilling your potential, then this is for you. And if you haven't got the 10-15 minutes it's going to take me to go through what I'm going to say, then good luck, because things probably won't change for you. And this conversation actually came from a friend. I had a really close friend who I was chatting to this morning, a really good friend, and he works in a lab. I'm not actually too sure what he does, but I asked him, how's work going? And he said, you know what, this year right now it's just been shit. It's been like not much work going on. So I said, what are you doing when there isn't much work on? I said, you literally just trying to be busy? And he's like, yeah, just trying to be busy when there's nothing to do. And I was like, that sucks. And this is a friend who is super talented in fitness, health, nutrition. He's very meticulous about looking after himself. He's very strong, very lean. And this friend I've known for, ever since I was like really small. We've grown up together as family friends. And he is one of the most dedicated people to health and fitness. He's married, he has a kid, and because he has a kid now, he obviously has limited time. But yet he's still managed to keep this insane body physique, strength, and has a really good balance between everything he does. And he's always getting questions in the gym, like how he does it, what he does to train, what he does to eat, how he stays so lean. And it got me thinking, like, dude, why aren't you putting something together to teach people this stuff and help people? And we've spoken in the past about him creating a bit of a side quest or a side hustle of, helping people with online programming or an online course. Because when I had this conversation today, my mind was literally fizzing with ideas. Like, oh my God, you could do this, you could do that. So I started trying to just share my thoughts on a few things without going into too much detail, so it would overwhelm him. But he is currently unfulfilled, like a lot of people maybe watching this video. That's why you clicked on the thumbnail. And I want to talk about how you can turn your passion, knowledge or skills into an income. And the vehicle I would use to do that with is YouTube. Now bear with me, because what I want to talk about is maybe presented in a little bit of a different way. What that sunset is tonight. It's a little bit windy, so I hope you can still hear me. And so basically in my head, I'm going to tell you what I want to tell my friend. So he has a passion and knowledge in health, fitness, nutrition. Probably 99% more knowledge and experience and results than the people who are asking him these questions. So he's been tracking his progress, training in this very minimalist style of training. So he only trains 3 times a week. He's not one of these gym rats who's always in the gym and doesn't have any life outside the gym. He's very, very good with work-life balance, but yet staying in ridiculous shape as a dad. And my thought is like, God, you clearly love training and you love helping people, and you've got this experience, and you're currently unfulfilled in your job, and it's probably paying the bills and a bit more, I guess. But the earning potential of packaging up your knowledge and skills has the potential to be way bigger in terms of the financial payouts, and more satisfying because you get to work on what you actually enjoy doing. You're not just turning up, clocking in and working on things because you're at a job. Now granted, some jobs people love. I'm not telling people just to quit your job, what this hat says, but what I am saying is there is another way. And I'm not telling you to quit your job and go all in on this, but what I'm saying is you can package up your knowledge on the side as a side quest and build this up and generate exposure to what you're doing on YouTube. And YouTube, I think, is one of the best platforms to do this. So first of all, if I was my friend, he's called Sam, I would be outlining an offer first of all. So an offer is something you're going to offer people in return for money. And for Sam, I would put together some sort of online training program that's personalized to the people he wants to work with, which are probably going to be dads with minimal time that want to get in better shape and be like a better father for their family and son or daughter. That's kind of who I would be thinking about. And I would package this knowledge up into a simple training program and then have some sort of online accountability where they could WhatsApp me or speak to me or get their questions answered to keep them on track. Super simple, wouldn't take up too much time. And then all I would do, and I was thinking this for Sam, start a YouTube channel, and literally, don't overthink this, because I think a lot of people overthink starting YouTube channels. The first video you should make on YouTube is literally go out for a walk like this, somewhere that's like, not scary, and just talk about your journey. Talk about your knowledge in whatever skill you have and your journey. So for Sam, could talk about his journey of what got him into fitness, what he was like before he started, what sort of training did he do, and just show the progress of like weight he's lost and muscle he's built, his life before, his life after. And again, you're not trying to sell anyone on anything here. What we're doing is on YouTube, we are sharing videos of our journey, we're answering questions that people are asking, and we're positioning ourselves as an authority or an expert in the space. So what we're doing, maybe sharing a video a week or whatever suits your schedule. Super simple unedited videos like this. Doesn't have to be fancy, you don't need a fancy camera, just use an iPhone or whatever camera you've got and just hit record and start talking and start building up a catalogue of videos that show people you know what you're talking about and build an audience, right? So you're going to start generating views, you're going to start generating subscribers. Then once we've built this audience, what we want to do, we want to take people off YouTube and build an email list, because an email list is an asset that we own. And on platforms like YouTube, there's loads of stuff going on, so people get easily distracted. So what we do is we build an email list where we can communicate with these people in a quieter place, and we can then build even more trust with them and invite people to take the next step, which in Sam's case probably would be something like a simple online training program with some accountability built in there. Nothing fancy, and he could sell that as a one-off fee, or it could be a monthly subscription. It could be literally anything. And let's just talk about the earning potential here, because I think people are worried to get started for one, confidence on camera, and two, if they put all this effort in, is it going to work? Is it going to pay off, or I'm going to waste all my time? Well, in the beginning, your videos are going to suck. You're not going to get many views on a new YouTube channel because YouTube doesn't know who you are. So it has to get to know you, and the way the algorithm gets to know you is you keep uploading videos, and then YouTube figures out over time who's the best person to put your videos in front of. Because YouTube as a business, they want to keep people on YouTube as long as possible, and the way that they do that is by showing videos to people who are most likely going to watch as much of that video as possible, because YouTube makes its money through ad revenue, and the more someone watches on a video, the more ads they can show, the more money they can make. So as a creator, if we can keep people on YouTube longer, that means they can show more ads and make more money. So it's a win-win for everyone. Now, as your views start to grow, let's say for example you get 1,000 people to watch your video, and you have a simple link in your description under your video to your paid program, which is like £100, say £200, whatever you want to charge. And let's say 10% of those 1,000 people click it. So 100 people click your link. So 100 people visit the page, and then let's say you have a 10% conversion rate on a landing page. You've got a solid offer and people are clicking and buying your product. So you've got 100 people, 10% of that, 10 sales. That's £1,000 if you've got £100 product, right? And this is super low ball. Now let's say you've got a product that is £50 a month or £100 a month. That, with the same conversion rate, is a monthly recurring revenue of £1,000. And you can play around with the numbers however you want, but these are really low ball numbers. And if you have a good offer and videos that just show you are the expert, build relationships with your viewers, you build your audience, you take them off YouTube, you build an email list, communicate with them there, which is a really nice quiet place, and then every now and again you subtly pitch whatever it is you're selling, you will make sales. And this is a really fun way to build a side income or a full-time income. So for someone like my friend Sam, who was telling me he literally is unfulfilled, why would you not want to work on something that you are passionate about and you wake up every morning excited to do? Like, Sam is super excited and passionate about looking after his body, but he's also passionate about being a great dad. So my camera ran out of battery, but anyway, what I'm trying to say, use YouTube as a platform to grow your audience, position yourself as an expert and authority, and share your knowledge. Package up what you know into a very simple online program, online course, membership, something like that, and offer it to people. This is the way to feel fulfilled and wake up every morning excited to work on things that you want to work on, instead of going to do something that's mundane but doesn't excite you or doesn't get your brain cogs ticking or just leaves you feeling unfulfilled. But I hope that resonated with some of you guys. I'm curious to know what you think in the comments. I will also leave useful links below to some more useful resources on what we've just talked about through growing your presence on YouTube, and then also packaging up your knowledge and turn your passion into a profit. See you in the next one.